Welcome to Emotional Labor. This is a show where we do the discourse so you don't have to. I'm joined today by Frank JAVCEE. You've been filming a music video.
Yes, I'm all over the place right now. So right now I'm in North Carolina. I've never been here before. There's a giant obelisk right outside my window. Me and my friend got a 360 camera and we were like filming around it. What would you describe it as, Taylor? Can Taylor say bad words?
Of course.
Okay.
More the better.
It's like a cunty song about retail.
A cunty song about working retail together.
Okay.
It has hyperpop influences.
You once said a well-rounded artist should do anything once.
I'm a very open-minded person. Look at Taylor. He's someone that I would do once.
Have you ever
Maybe
done
twice.
that?
We'll see. Meth? I haven't done meth, but I've been around people that do meth, and I was like, no.
Okay, so that was enough for
Okay,
you.
so I have a story about that. Like, no offense to anyone who's ever offered me cocaine, but whenever someone offers me cocaine, usually their spirit and soul feels so dark that I'm like, nah, I don't touch that stuff. Past life expectancy, let's see what the big deal is. You know what I mean?
I feel that way about heroin. Cocaine, you're right, has a satanic energy to it because it's either associated with businessmen or systemic poverty.
My first ever like musician idol was Kurt Cobain. Being like 12, being like, God, I want to try heroin so bad. I bet it's so cool. As an adult, I read his biography where they interviewed every single person around Kurt Cobain, and like low-key, having a heroin addiction sounds like it's the worst ever.
I would only do it if I was about to die because I think just the fiending for it, because you can never get that first high again.
Yeah.
You know, I would just want to do it once.
It's really good. If it's really good, I know it's bad, you know?
If it's that good.
So how'd you get the name HTML Jones?
It's kind of a JPEG Mafia reference. It's
What's your favorite Peggy song?
Bald, because it's got Tracy
Bald?
Breaks snare on it.
Okay, sick. If that's your favorite snare?
That is among my favorite snares. It's top 3.
My favorite snare was the Prada snare. That was big in like 2013. Yeah, that was a meme for a while. I like your accent. Where are you from?
I'm from London, the UK.
I've been meaning to go to London. You know what's my biggest city on Spotify?
Oh, you gotta come through.
So shouts out to all my London family. I can't wait to go over there and be like, the food's okay.
Yes, you are welcome
I
to
want to have a
London.
Chinese over there. I heard it's different.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You started making Vaporwave to make fun of your roommate's boyfriend.
You know the lore? Oh my God, you're deep. I respect you. You know what's funny? There's this viral trend on TikTok going around where it's like these girls just like had a crush on a guy who liked rappers, and the same as like a little girl being like, yo, 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 what's up? And it's, have you seen that trend? For me, it was like I had a crush on a girl who had a boyfriend who thought Vaporwave was really better than all the other genres. So,
So you had a crush on her and she was your roommate. That's messy.
It got messy. I haven't talked to them in a while. Kind of the lore is I was trying to make fun of my roommate's boyfriend who was really pretentious about music.
Do you fuck with Grimes?
Of course, but not now. Right now, Grimes kind of scares me. Back in the day, I think we were mutuals on Tumblr in 2013 because I used to make all of her songs into 8-bit reincarnations because my first medium was 8-bit because I had a Windows 2000s laptop when I went to college in like 2012. I couldn't have a bunch of VSTs, so I would make 8-bit stuff because 8-bit wouldn't hurt my processor. So I'd make a lot of 8-bits out of like Grimes, out of like Lady Gaga. Any song I liked, I learned how to make the roots of it using 8-bit. So I'm still like kind of 8-bitty at heart. I remember when I first came on the scene, everyone's like, this is fake bit. Your 8-bit isn't real enough.
Poser.
I love nerdcore.
Absolutely.
Whenever I do a show, I look at them in the audience, I'm like, look at all these nerds.
Look at all these sweaty nerds. I'm gonna put an extra sound goodizer in the master.
I remember I did a show in San Diego in like 2015, like one of my first big shows, and there was a synthwave guy there, and he's like, how did you get your mix so clean? And I was just like sweating bullshit. He was sound goodizer, just
No comment.
yeah, no comment.
What's going on with white bisexuals?
I don't know. I'm like kind of brown, so when I hang out with white bisexuals, they usually, you know. Next question.
Don't you want to throw them under the bus as a brown bisexual?
You know, I've been doing this bit recently. I believe in the sexual spectrum of being attracted to both genders. But whenever someone's like, I'm bisexual, I'm like, don't you know that's not real?
I love being biphobic as a bisexual. It's one of the greatest things in
Bi-erasure
life.
is the new meme. I think it's really fun. Okay, honestly, I feel like everyone to some extent is fluid sexually, but that's only because of me. Like, I'm attracted to both
Only because-
gender
wait, what?
spectrums and in between. You know what I mean?
That's only because of you, so you're just having this effect on people. You're just making everyone bisexual.
As you live in the universe, what you do and what happens like creates more of your reality. So when I started being like, I'm bi, more people are like, you know what, Frank, you gave me the courage to, like, my friend recently came out to me as non-binary. They said it was because of my posts that it gave them the courage to do so. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. So I do think like speaking your truth does affect the people around you.
That's so sweet. So you fuck with the trans people.
Yeah, like I love everyone. Your truth, who you are deep down in your heart, if you are very frank about it, it like comes back to you. You know what I mean? The world opens up.
So so true. And on that note, a Reddit commenter once wrote this about you. He is a really chill and cool dude. I've actually met him in person. We shared a vegan burrito down in Chinatown last year. He was on that granddaddy kush, and he felt comfortable knowing that he was going to be a prisoner of the flesh for all eternity. So Frank, are you going to be a prisoner of the flesh for all eternity?
I don't even know who that is.
Me neither.
You know what's funny? Sometimes I read stuff about me. I feel like I'm a mythical creature to people, but I'm like just a regular little guy. Who did I go? Because I take people to Chinatown all the time. Like whenever someone wants to meet up with me, I'm like, go to Chinatown. Like it's a really nice spot. It like has perfect late night spots. A prisoner of the flesh. I don't know. I think when we die, we turn into electricity because that's all we're made out of is electromagnetic waves. Even music is an electromagnetic wave amplified. So I don't know if I'll be flesh forever, but I do believe like with computer intelligence and AI, someone's going to want to replicate my brain. So maybe I'll be trapped in the computer in the future.
Black Mirror vibes.
I don't think computers could hate. I don't think they experience emotions like we do. I think they're just like, you know, ones and zeros.
If they do end up feeling hate, then we've done something terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, that's on us.
Your Minecraft skins are all Garfield in different outfits. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that Garfield's your official persona.
It is hard to be like, my persona is a copyrighted character. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's kind of a power move. That's like, fuck you, Jim Davis. I'm just gonna... It's like Mickey Mouse. Imagine if your
It's
persona
very
was that.
vaporwave of me to be like, actually, this is mine now. I just have orange cat energy. Deep down, I'm a tiger. I like being a very silly tiger man. And I like tigers. They're very solitary. They're very like fun. The scary thing about tigers is their ears. They have eyes in the back of their ears. So it's like, what predator is killing giant tigers?
I reckon that's probably a holdover from their evolution as a smaller mammal.
I don't know. I just like big cats. I like big animals. I'm really into lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
I do resonate with the furry community because the first ever Frank JAVCEE show I did was in a warehouse in the valley in Los Angeles. And someone showed up in a giant griffin fursuit. I was like, whoa. Like at first I was scared because it was highly detailed. It looked like an actual demon showed up and I was so scared. But every time I do shows, people show up with their, you know, little cat ears. They have tails. I really do love the furry community as an art form. They're always welcomed at my shows. Like whenever I see someone in a furry outfit, I always give them like a fist bump.
Yeah.
I do want to get on the furry DJ rate. I would love to have a giant Garfield head, dead mouse head, but Garfield and just DJ Carmel dancing everywhere.
We gotta make it happen at an undisclosed location so Jim Davis doesn't send a drone strike in your
He's
direction.
a billionaire.
He could do that. He could put out the hit.
Probably end world hunger if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, but like he doesn't want to. He wants to make very mid cartoons and be a Republican.
What do you think about that? I think it's kind of strange because I grew up not wealthy. I grew up like kind of like with a survivalist mentality. So like as I became more financially stable, I was like, what do I do? Like I don't really know how to like interact without being like, it's never enough. I need to save. I need a hoard. I hope to not be a billionaire one day.
Yeah.
And if I do, I want to change the world in a positive way. The concept of money is insane. I think one day money's not going to exist. And when I tell people that, they get mad. And I was like, why should it exist? Why can't we all just live comfortably?
What's the issue with that, America?
I've been traveling America more. It's so crazy. America is so huge. I was playing saxophone in Arizona. Do you know that converting Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Oh my God, no.
So what's the hottest day in London like?
Maybe 35. That's like the hottest again.
Okay, so it was like probably 50 degrees Celsius in Arizona.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm playing sax there. It's midnight and it's still that hot. And I'm looking out in the audience and I was like, why are we living in the hottest biodome in the world, like just here? But it was still a good show. Like everyone danced to like all my music and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
In America, we have like the craziest tornadoes, the craziest storms. This country is hard mode.
What a biome.
Biomes are like, you know, desert.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm saying what a biome the United States of America contains many.
Yeah, it has a bunch. When you travel through, you can see like the different ones. Like I'm in the South right now. It is humid. Outside is soup and there's bugs everywhere. And like, I'm not used to that. I'm from LA where everything's concrete. Concrete, baby.
You said you love people from New Zealand.
Who told you? You're like, this is like my first ever like Narwhal interview. Oh my gosh.
Is that just because you have an affinity with them as a fellow colonizer country, you know, United States, New Zealand?
I don't know about that. I just like people that look like and sound like Lord of the Rings.
They
I told
all
you, I'm
do.
really into wizards and hobbits and stuff.
They do wear
I know they're
little
not
waistcoats
real, but
and shit. You seen Jacinda Ardern?
The who? The only person I know down there is Disaster Radio. I met Eyeliner in Los Angeles, and their music's really like MIDI pop, and I love that sound. Sounds like a Windows 98 computer turning on. And the first thing I said to them was like, say 7, and they were like, 7.
You were in Bee and Puppycat, and you
Yes,
also
I was.
went to film school. When's the Frank JAVCEE feature coming?
I used to do cooking videos on YouTube, how to make lasagna, where I get really drunk and I don't make lasagna, I make cannoli, which is an entirely different thing and I didn't know. The creator of Bee and Puppycat saw that video and was just like, I like your voice, can you do a voiceover? And I play a little worm. She also liked my music and was like, can you do a whole episode? I scored a Netflix episode on the new season. It really leveled up my game of making music and I really enjoyed that experience. As for a Frank JAVCEE cartoon, you know what's strange is I surround myself with a lot of animators, like a lot of people that make cartoons, that draw and stuff, like artists of all kinds, they gravitate towards me. So I would like to do something. One of my artists that I use all the time is Zach Jota. I met them back back in Texas in like 2019, and they've been just drawing fan art. The fan art was so good, I started commissioning them. They've done like 3 or 4 artworks for me. We also did a cartoon together about when I, do you know Disco Holic at all? Who wears a disco ball on his head and DJs with it. He's really good, but he did that story where it's like, oh, I ran into Frank JAVCEE in Los Angeles at a checkout, and I was like, I don't mean to interrupt you, but he was like, you mean like right now? Flying Lotus copy pasta, like verbatim, and me and my friend storyboarded it and animated it, and like it just came out the next day.
It's like the Delete It Fat Demi Lovato copy pasta.
Yeah, I was apparently trying to steal 10 Milky Way bars. I didn't want them to touch the electromagnetic frequencies, but I've never done that. I don't steal chocolate. I don't eat chocolate.
Fuck chocolate.
I drink coffee.
Okay, medium on coffee.
I just drink the energy drink Celsius. I'm all wired right now. I just drink coffee right now, actually.
Fuck, marry, kill the following Frank JAVCEE classics.
Okay.
Simpsons Wave, R.I.P. Harambe, and Marijuana Future Bass.
I definitely kill the Harambe song because rest in peace Harambe. It was a meme, but at the same time, like I also felt like it was really insensitive and I was being edgy, so I definitely want to kill that part of me. Kind of like an old school like reference, like you need to remember where it came from. Fuck the Future Bass song, because you know that song was actually an Azealia Banks remix.
Yeah, it slaps.
I originally had an Azealia Banks acapella on that, and then I took the acapella out, and then I was like, oh, I kind of like this, and I turned it into like a tutorial and uploaded it and talked about it. Mary Simpson Wave, because Simpson Wave, what's the word? It has a lot of streams.
You got a grind set.
Yeah.
Sigma mentality.
I'm from Los Angeles. That's all it is out here. Cutthroat world of fortunes of creativity.
Is there a question that you'd like to ask me?
Why do you make music?
I've made music since I was a teenager. I think it's just the best art form to express myself in because it's about sensual feelings of emotion, less so about the specifics of words. It's a bit more experiential.
To me, it's like showing someone how you feel, like giving someone a feeling, projecting your feelings onto others.
Yeah.
Also, another question for you. My glasses fell.
They flew off your face.
They're always trying to get away from me.
Emotional labor.
Thank you for having me. What was that?
Emotional labor.
Emotional labor.